Jersey Rich.
Gotcha, sucker.
I'm back. Rubber bands and wax. I said I'm smoking on the loud pack.
Oh, was this something that you seen him doing and you was like, I want to do this, I want to be kind of like him? Or was this something that you not forced to do, but you know how like sometimes
it go both ways. Sometimes it be like, man, dang, I gotta go, cause he making me go. Like when we come to cleaning carpets and stuff like that, man, I be like, dang, I ain't trying to go, but I had to go. You know what I'm saying? It was the way I was gonna make some money without getting in trouble. So yeah, I had to go. And then like just learning how to do the carpentry was an interest, cause he was like, man, we could build something. So that was an interest in building the shed and building the deck. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that I was into. And then just learning how to cook, you know, watching them cook, and my mom know how to cook. Everybody in my family know how to cook. So him showing me another side of cooking, like making pieces and stuff like that from scratch, and you know, digging in and stuff like that. It was stuff that gravitated to him. So.
And what were some things that your older brother was doing?
My brother was was the opposite of me, like, so he was into like video games. You know, his friends, they was type like that. They was in the video games, messing with the girls, you know what I'm saying, or they all into sports. He was somebody into sports. So my brother's 2 years older than me. So.
Okay, so it's really not a gap.
Nah, it's not that far, but you know how big brothers is to your little brother.
True.
You know, they want to do their own thing, so shoot, half the time I don't know what he doing.
Let me ask you this. At any time in your life, not older life, younger life, did you ever say, man, I want to be like my big brother?
Oh yeah, all the time.
So what were some of the things he was doing that made you say, I want to be like
my brother was known by everybody, liked by everybody. So getting the girls was easy for me because my brother, shoot, I was easy. So it was like, shoot, I'd be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Dress like him. You know what I'm saying? I act like him. You know what I mean? Just getting my name out there. People knowing me. Playing sports like him. You know what I'm saying? I played ball. You know, playing football. I was like that in football. My brother ain't played football till he was like in 10th grade. So he was a late football star. But he blossomed. So it was just like stuff like that, you know. He was hooping, so I was following that. You know what I mean? He was
so your whole athletic, your whole outside world, you was basically trying to emulate your brother's life.
Yeah.
Your whole dedication of working and your whole mentality of trying to grind, you was trying to be like Melvin.
You can say that. You can say that, the creative part.
Back then?
Yeah, back then, you could say that.
When did you realize?
So like, yeah, you could say. I could say you could say that a little bit.
When did you realize, if that is accurate? When did you realize what you wanted to do?
It kind of, all right. So I'm gonna put it like this: in our household, things kind of took a shift with domestic violence.
Okay.
At like 12. So that's why I said Melvin was good all the way up to 12.
Okay.
And then the domestic violence he started putting his hands on my mom. You know, he come to every family function. He probably done got whooped by everybody in our family. You know what I'm saying, male-wise. So it's like, it kind of like shifted my respect for men. Kind of like downgraded. Because like, you got to figure like, I got a child support dad. So like, at the time, it was like, I only see my dad sometimes, so I really ain't
that's one strike.
That's one strike. I really ain't got no father figure right there. And then the dude that I was
looking up to,
it was like my father.
He just
once I seen him put his hands on my mom, that just went right out the window.
That second strike.
So now it's like, yeah, all right. And then now we fast forward like 15. I'm out the neighborhood. You know, I'm kind of active in my neighborhood. You know. And my mom, man, pull up on me one day, you know, and I had I had krills in my pockets, and that's how I meet my godfather, you know. I meet Fred, you know, and that's how I found my passion in the cooking. You know, he owned that restaurant, and that's when it took off.
So at this point, though, did you already know how to cook? Of course you
did. Hell yeah. I was in the kitchen with my mom, my aunts. Melvin was like I said, he was a military cook. He was a cook chef in the military, so he was like that.
Okay.
So it was like, yeah, I already knew I was interested. You know, I always was the one cooking in Thanksgiving with my mom and my family. So, yeah.
Let me ask you this though: being that you the middle, right? Being that you the little brother and you also the big brother,
right?
How did that balance out? Being that you gotta look up to your little bro and also look after your little sister.
So like when it came to like the separations between the siblings, it wasn't me and my sister like this, like she
like
the
90
girl,
day.
yeah, like she the girl version of me.
Mm-hmm.
So me and her was like, we don't tell on each other, we don't beef with each other type. So me and my sister was super close. You know what I'm saying? We active out here, so that's how it was back then. You know what I mean? We was out in the neighborhood. My brother was always either in the school program or, you know what I'm saying, doing game stuff with his friends or something. But me and her, you know, my brother probably in the arcade going to, you know, the joint up there by the mall. What's that? Putt, flippers, yeah, but stuff like that, you know. And me and my sister was in the neighborhood, so yeah, that's how it came about. And then, like I said, man, the violence in the household would do it just kind of shifted everything for me. I was in a whole nother world when I started going outside and started taking my frustration out on that in the streets with.
And what was giving you frustration? Shit that was
violence
going on
in
in
my
the crib?
house. You know, you feel like when you at home, bro, you want to be in a safe zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you gotta worry about when you sleep and you woken out your sleep by your mom crying or they cussing and fighting and you see your mom, you got black eyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit'll make you mad. You know what I'm saying? You need something to take it out on, so I'll be active in the street. Simple as that.
So you said your mom pulled up on you, but around this time, the timeline is basically you said up into 12, Melvin was a good man, and then you know the little altercations in the household was happening. So now that you ripping and running in the streets, how old and like what's the timeline now? Because it was 12, so
I been outside since I was like 14.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I come from football practice and go right back outside. Like I'm from a neighborhood where it's live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anybody know out Virginia Beach, like that was one of the biggest neighborhoods you could be in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was already live. Like you could be at the basketball court and it's jumping, you could be at the Getty Mart and it's jumping, you could be at the 7-Eleven and it's jumping, like you could be anywhere in our neighborhood and it's jumping. You could go down to Hastings, you know what I'm saying, it's jumping. I'm out the courts. You know what I'm saying? We created our own jump in Western Courts. So it's like we from a neighborhood, so you ain't really got no choice. And then we was bred in a neighborhood where it's beef, you know, with rival neighborhoods. So I was active out that jump. But I was loved though, so I was one that can go everywhere because I lived on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I lived out Southgate and I lived out, you know what I'm saying, Lake Elvis. So it was what it was.
And when you say your mom seen you with your, now you say, because there's somebody that you call him your pops.
Yeah,
right?
I still love him, man. You know, to this day I still talk to him.
So, no, not Melvin. We talking about when she pulled up on you. You say you had the krills in your pocket.
Oh yeah.
It's the first time you met who?
Fred, my guy.